Hi, so this video is going to be on the book called Taking Charge of Your Fertility. Now, this book is not only for fertility, this is just to get to know your body as a woman. And it's very important to at least, know a little bit more of what we're told, or what we can learn in a health class. And let's get started. Miscarriages are a good sign of fertility. It says you're ovulating. It says your fallopian tubes are open. It says that the cervical fluid is suitable for sperm. It says that your men's sperm count was also fine. So I know that they are very hard, but usually miscarriages have a good sign for fertility. You are able to get pregnant. To prevent miscarriages, progesterone helps a lot. Sperm can live up to 5 days in the cervical fluid. It is possible to have sex on Monday and get pregnant on Friday. For healthy ovulation, be at least 20 to 24 BMI or at 22% body fat. So I believe my BMI right now is a little bit higher, but we're gonna try to have our BMI a little bit lower. I know sometimes BMI can be a little bit extreme, because there was a time where I was considered obese, even though I was only 160. But for my height, which is 5'4", I was 160. It was too much. So yes, try to keep your BMI between 20 to 24 or at a 22% body fat. Leave cysts alone because they can scar the ovary. And I have heard that a lot. Do not do a surgery on your ovaries unless you really, really need to. Like, do get a second opinion from another doctor. You might not even need it, but they can impact your fertility if you have a surgery on your ovaries. So leave them alone. Leave the cysts alone. Your cycle not only reflects fertility, but overall health as well. Balanced hormones with sleep, nutrition, relaxation, and physical exercise. Vitex, which is a supplement, helps balance hormones too. Avoid trans fat, hydrogenated oils, because those are the worst oils. Also try to keep your saturated fats consumption to the minimal. Eat nuts and seeds and fish, mostly salmon and sardines. To avoid vaginal infections, don't wear tight clothes or wet clothes. Try to wear cotton underwear. Avoid refined foods, additives, and sugar. For me, it's hard to stay off sugar, but I'm trying to find the best options to substitute sugar, such as xylitol, stevia, honey, which still, is gonna spike up your, insulin, but it's better than actual white sugar. Folic acid is an important vitamin to prepare your baby. So take 800 to 1,000 of it daily before and while being pregnant. Avoid drugs, caffeine, nicotine, alcohol, and antibiotics. For me, alcohol is a tough one because I like to drink once in a while. Take lactobacillus probiotics in yogurt or pills. Lubricants, oil, or saliva can kill sperm. So buy lubricant that is called Pre-Seed from preseed.com. Missionary sex position allows deeper penetration for sperm to get closer to the cervix. And women should lay on the bed for at least 30 minutes to help sperm travel up. Lupus and arthritis can attack the embryo, so get checked for lupus and arthritis. Baby aspirin can help prevent miscarriages. So right now, we know baby aspirin and progesterone can help prevent miscarriages. And I have heard that from my students that they've had some miscarriages, and after they started taking aspirin or progesterone, they had no miscarriages anymore. So that's good to know. People who miscarry can definitely carry a pregnancy long term. Yay! Progesterone helps uterine lining in early pregnancy. That's good. If FSH is high, it could mean menopause or infertility. Men should avoid saunas, hot tubs, laptops on laps, or bikes. Anything that's very hot in that area, it could be bad for men. Acupuncture enhances fertility significantly. I think I'm gonna try that. Most sperm comes out in the first spurt of ejaculation. Men need to penetrate deeply and remain still while ejaculating so sperm can enter. Avoid flawlets. I don't know how to call these, but these are in plastic. Flawlets? All right, avoid plastic. Just avoid plastic because that's not good for your general health either. Eat healthy, exercise, keep weight off, and manage stress. That's a tough one. Manage stress. Avoid ovarian surgery because it can affect your fertility. I already said that. When you see cervical fluid, that's when you're mostly fertile. Women with shorter cycles can ovulate more, being more fertile in a year. Sperm analysis should check for morphology, shape and size, motility, percentage of moving rapidly, and number of per ejaculation. Eat veggie proteins such as nuts, beans, and peas. Eat fruit, vegetables, whole grains, iron foods, spinach, tomatoes, beets, pumpkin. Drink a lot of water and green tea. Green tea is high in antioxidants. Take a multivitamin of 400 or more folic acid. Do physical exercise you enjoy, you love, and you look forward to. Why? Because if you do exercise that you love, you're gonna keep doing it. You're gonna keep going. Make it fun. Avoid stress, meditate, do yoga, breathing exercises, soak in a hot tub. Sleep at least 9 hours in a very dark room. Like your room needs to be very, very dark. I've also heard that if there's light in the room, there's not a lot of melatonin production. And if there's not a lot of melatonin production, that means that we're not cleaning ourselves. And remember, melatonin is an antioxidant. We really need that to detox, to clean our bodies, to stay young, to have more fertility. Avoid parabens in makeup, shampoos, and beauty products. That's a tough one because I love wearing makeup. But check your ingredients. Oh my God, we're done. All right, I'm gonna be taking a picture just because, I want you guys to have my notes. These are notes from the book. The book is like this thick. I just read really fast. But these are just notes from what I think that was the most important when it comes to health and fertility. All right, remember, health and fertility are linked. If you are healthy, your fertility is gonna be good. Everything that happens in our body sometimes is crying out for help. I always say that if there's something wrong, maybe you have anxiety. Like in my case, I had anxiety for a few months, like almost a year. And it was just my body trying to say, you need to eat healthy, you need to exercise, you need to do things to change. So every time that something's happening to our bodies, that just means that we need to pay more attention and try to be healthier. All right? Don't forget also about your spiritual life. I'm not saying that you have to believe in God, but what I am saying is believing something, that has also been proven to make us healthier. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you on my next video. Bye. This is a remix. Te pido porfa no te vayas, quédate conmigo. Perdí la cuenta de los días que no te conmigo.